Hello friends, it's Brandy with Confessions of a Paper Addict, and today I am working on a new layout using this adorable Dusk cut file. The cut file was released in July, but I think it works perfectly for this baby layout. This is my new grandson. It feels like it's been forever actually since I have created a layout and done a video, because this month has been insane because of this precious little boy that has entered into our lives. I did a little mini amateur photo shoot with him, and this photo that I'm using is actually one that I printed out just to see how I was going to like the editing on it, because I'm not a professional, so I have to actually hold the photograph in my hand. And this one is one of my rejects. It needs some work, but I thought it would be fine for a scrapbook layout instead of just wasting a bunch of photos that I print. So I'm starting off this layout coloring the little leafy sections on this branch, and I'm using shimmers in Evergreen from Shimmers Paints. And I'm also going to go over the whole branch here with, let me look and see what this color is. Hold on. This is an Inklings in Burnished Buckle, and it has to be water activated. So I sprayed a little bit of water in it, got it to the consistency that I wanted, and now I'm going over the leaves and everything and the branches with it. I wanted subtle color, and the green on the leaves was just a little too bright, so I thought it would be effective, I suppose, to go ahead and go over that green with this Inklings. Now, I think that the circle there is actually supposed to be a setting sun, but in my instance, and for the purpose of my layout, I think it might be more of a rising moon. It could be anything, really, whatever you feel like you want it to be. And I colored it up so that the color kind of works for both, or for either the sun or the moon. So what I'm putting on there now is Inklings in Dear John letter, and it's a very subtle peachy kind of color. And it wasn't quite enough. I just wanted it to be just a little more golden. So I'm adding Spritz and Tuscan Sun on top of it. And I thought I was going to use my nozzle, but that didn't work. So I just resorted to a paintbrush like I always do. I don't know why I didn't go that route to begin with. Here on my little birdies, I wasn't trying to make them any particular type of bird. I wanted them to just, they're in a silhouette. I just kind of wanted a shadow of them there. So I reached for my Spritz in A Chance of Rain. Now, this Spritz is also a Shimmers Paints product, and Shimmers Paints actually has the original Spritz product. So this is the OG, and it's great stuff. I'm going back over the brick here with the Inklings Dear John letter, and off camera I'm going to go around the circle and do that part in the Spritz of Chance of Rain. I'm also on the Shimmers Paints design team. So if you guys see something that you like and you want to hop over there and pick one up for yourself, then add my name to your order. There's a comment section underneath your the items in your cart. If you'll add my name, they'll send you a free product. So don't let that one slip by if you're going to make a purchase anyway. So I pulled out my October 23 hip kit, the pieces that I have left, and that's what I'm using. That's the paper and the product that I'm using for this layout. I saw this cute little piece of star patterned paper, and I just knew that it had to go behind my birds and my tree and my moon, I guess, or sun. on this cut file. It was the perfect piece. I know that it's more pale than it would be if it were actually dusk outside, but it's all kind of abstract. It's just supposed to be a suggestion anyway. I'm not trying to paint a realistic picture of anything here. Just like this, we also had this wood pattern in there. I had a scrap of it also, so I'm just using that for the brick. I didn't really care for using solid colors, I guess, and the patterns that I have left are all florals, and that wasn't really working, so the wood grain it is, and I really like the way it turned out. And here it is, all finished up, painted with my Shimmers Paints products and backed with a couple of pattern papers. And I really, really love the result of that. It's just sweet and works so well for this baby layout. I chose this blue plaid background piece of paper to mount everything to, and this is a piece of, I'm matting the photo in a piece of the cardstock that matches that, sort of, for the most part, matches that background piece of paper. And I pulled, these are some big chunky white titles that also came in the kit, and I chose blessings, but I'm also going to pull out the word fall, and the title's going to be fall blessings. Now I could have gone ahead and used my shimmers or markers or acrylic paints or all kinds of things to color that title with, but I chose to just go ahead and leave it white. I really liked the way it pops off of the page like that. And I didn't want to really introduce any more colors anyway. I kind of wanted to just keep it the way that it is. So I'm going to get my title glued down to the page. I do not have my photo mounted to the page yet. Eventually, I will have some craft foam behind that to kind of pop it up just a little bit and to balance it out, because these pieces, these glitter branches and leaves, are foam. And y'all, if I'm being honest with you, when I first received this kit last year, I did not know how I was going to use these. They felt just like something that I would probably not reach for. But that being said, I love them on this layout. It was the perfect place for them, the perfect way to just add a little more, just a few more embellishments without loading it up with a whole bunch of stuff. And as you can see, I also added a few of the gold leaves to the branch in the cut file, and I'm going to add one more here in a little bit. I do have to play around with this for a little while. It takes me a little bit to figure out how I want everything to be placed, but once I found it, once I got it, I loved it. I know most of you who have watched these scrapbooking videos have probably heard us say numerous times that cut files kind of just do the work for you. When you have a good one and you get it down, there's not a lot really left for you to do, and this one is no exception. I absolutely adore the way that it just brings in everything that I need, with the exception of a few extra little pieces, and I have a complete layout. I didn't add hardly anything else at all to this, and it is so adorable. I urge you guys to go over to Confessions of a Paper Addict and check out all of the beautiful cut files that Virginia has. There's so many. I know you're bound to find something that will help you complete your next scrapbook layout. I hope you all have a lovely, crafty day. Bye-bye.